We are here to explain to you about the ASPECT PCD study. Young people with PCD are normally advised to do airway clearance, or what you may call chest physio, twice each day. We wanted to know what happens to the lungs when people with PCD do their airway clearance. To answer this question, young people with PCD came here for something called an MRI scan. Let me show you. We used a special type of scanner called an MRI. MRI stands for magnetic resonance imaging. To be able to see the lungs well, we asked people to breathe in a special gas called xenon whilst they were in the scanner. They had to breathe in the gas, hold their breath and lie very still while the pictures were taken. This is all safe, but as it is quite noisy, everyone wears headphones. I'll show you what happens. This is what the pictures look like. You can see the gas in the lungs show up as white where the lungs are ventilated. Each person in the study had 3 MRI scans, one before physio, one straight after physio, and a final scan 4 hours after physio. 6 people had the MRI scans without doing physio to see if their lungs changed over the day without airway clearance. 35 people with PCD aged 6 to 17 took part. We saw that the lungs of people with PCD looked different from each other. Some people's lungs had really good ventilation. Some people had just a few places where there was no ventilation. Some people had lots of places where there was no ventilation. When we compared the MRI scans before and straight after physio, we saw that people responded differently. The ventilation had improved after physio in 18 people and worsened in 11. Changes in ventilation were also seen in the group who didn't do airway clearance. As part of the project, we asked the physios who work in hospitals with young people who had the MRIs to look at the scans. We asked them to think out loud about if their airway clearance routine was working well or if it needed to be changed. For some individuals, the physios said that the MRI results were what they expected, but for others, the MRI results looked different to how they imagined. During most of the MRI reviews, the physios said they would change their airway clearance routine after seeing the MRI. However, in some reviews, the physios said they wanted to see the patient before they suggested what changes were needed next. So, what does this mean? This was only a small study and only looked at one single airway clearance session, so it can't answer any big questions yet. It has shown us that people with PCD are different from each other, and MRI could help us understand more about airway clearance in future research. We will also share a more detailed report of the study once it is published. We'll put a link to this on the PCD Support UK website. If you have any questions about your airway clearance routine, please talk to your physio.